I'm Elaine Owen and I work for Cheshire and Merseyside Clinical Networks as the end-of-life care lead service improvement for acute and specialist services, but a particular interest being involved with community engagement in Cheshire and Merseyside. I suppose it's helpful to say the catalyst for how I got involved, and it was almost like, I suppose, by chance really. I just started at the network and my manager said there's been an evaluation in 2010 across the northwest of Dying Matters Week, the first time they launched it, and what's come back is it shouldn't be just 1 week a year, it should be all the time. There you are, you find a solution. I'm like, what shall I do? Then I thought, well, it just makes sense to me. It shouldn't be medically driven, full stop, but it had to start somewhere. It should be back within the communities. That's where it rests because it's a normal thing. So with that in my head, I decided to try and progress that further. And I thought, well, first thing catalyst was, first of all, I don't know anything about community engagement. It's not my bag. I'm lacking in knowledge, but I know what I'd like to see happen. So I contacted Mary, Conversations for Life, because I'd been on one of Mary's courses. And with Mary's support, we looked at a support programme we could put on across Cheshire and Merseyside. Well, that's all well and good, but the next catalyst was, how do you engage with people? So it was really getting people initially from the healthcare arena round the table to say, this is an idea, what do you all think? And again, I think the importance in all this process I'm talking about is working with people and relationships. I have no power in my role in the network to say, you will do this, you will do that. I'm there just to facilitate and support people. And everyone said, oh, that's a good idea. Okay, Elaine, we'll go with it. We're not sure really what it's all about, but we'll give it a shot. And out of that, 6 locality areas, of which obviously Rachel and Karen are 2 of them, got involved. And the people that were involved in attending led in those areas, and some were from a community background like Karen and Rachel, and other people had a health background. And I think we all came with the feeling that, gosh, this is all new and a bit scary, but we really want to do it. And I'm so glad we've got Mary here because she'll help us along the way. And we also came knowing that when you get involved in things like this, it's also part of you bring as well. So it evokes in you what you feel about death, dying and loss. And forget that I'm a nurse. I still, have things that I worry about or I'm not sure about. So we did the events and they went really well. And then we started on the journey of trying to develop this further. And what I have to say here is where in many ways I think I'm in the background, because I think all the credit goes to all the localities and how they've worked with the communities. And what we focused on, and I've tried to emphasise to people, is it's small steps. It's not big giant leaps, it's really small steps. And where people have had funded roles like Rachel and obviously Karen to a point, but not specifically for this, I understand, it's been able to activate a bit quicker because they had the community contacts. Where people have perhaps been based in a hospice and worked with community groups, it takes a bit of time. But what it has showed is the building up of relationships. What it has done as well is, yes, there's been some new groups established, but in the other areas, it's been actually working with existing groups and bringing it into their portfolio of work, because it shouldn't be seen as an add-on, it's part of. So I've talked about the catalysts and the highlights of working with people and all that. Where we're at now, and I suppose the challenge for me is, how do I, from a network point of view, and networks are going through loads of changes at the moment, and watch this space really, how do I get this whole philosophy, initiative actually embedded in a strategic way? Because very much the approach I took was very much an asset base and almost, and I'm probably not using the right word, but a base camp level. I didn't go strategic, I went at base camp level. But it's almost like if you galvanise the community to believe this is important, they will push it because they are the voice.